Welcome to the Greatness Project podcast. I'm your host Hilson, and this is episode 1 featuring my two great friends Kevin and Sam. And I would like each of them to introduce themselves. Let's start off with Sam.
I'm kind of nervous right now. So, my name is Sam. I'm currently just working full-time at a dealership right now, which is at Kia Vancouver, down on Marine Drive. Yeah, pretty much it, right?
Okay, what about next person?
I'm Kevin. You can call me Kev. I am KevW is my social handle. And Hilson, very grateful inviting me here today. I'm on the path of becoming an entrepreneur right now. I'm also working on a podcast. Technically, it's not a podcast. It's a video podcast on YouTube. I haven't set up my RSS feed yet, so once I do that, I'll be posting it on iTunes and Android podcasts.
Right. So, the first topic we'll like to talk about today is greatness and how greatness changes everybody's lives, how it defines everybody's lives. So, first off, I want to give my definition on greatness, and I just want you guys' opinions on it afterwards. And so, for me, greatness is very subjective. Everybody has their own definition. But for me, it's becoming an inspiration to others. Reaching a level that you can inspire others to do greater things. As well, you also need a skill level that you're able to reach in order for others to respect you. And so for me, one of my greatness has to be becoming a teacher and becoming an amazing teacher that my future school kids will respect me and they'll feel that, oh, Hilson is a great role model. He's someone that I respect. He's someone that I can learn so much from. And that he's someone that I want to be like. He's helping humanity do so much positive things. And so it's about creating a positive environment wherever you go. And that's how you create greatness. What about you guys?
So to you, greatness is being a role model and sharing great values with others. I agree with you, but why is that so important?
I feel it has to be internally what you desire in this world. So if you want great changes in this world, you want big changes, positive changes, you have to take action. And that's everybody's goal is so different, right? But for me, that's something I want to accomplish and give back to humanity. Like, at times we might be consuming a lot of things, we might be using a lot of resources, but later on in life, when we have great enough resources, you want to be able to return back what you learned and help out others, especially to the next generation.
Becoming an adult, right? Bearing responsibility, transitioning from a consumer to a creator, adding value to the marketplace.
Exactly.
To me, greatness is excellence. Striving is the journey. Is never, some people call it mastery. We're never really there. We never really reach it. It's loving the process, as cliche as that is.
Mm-hmm.
Trusting the journey. And just the other day, I was speaking to my first mentor, right? Someone I really admire, and you'll probably hear me talking about him a lot because he resonates with me so much and he's impacted me in so many ways. Health, wealth, love, happiness, fulfillment, right? Trusting in the process. And we were talking about the journey. The journey entails that we have to accept who we are, wherever we are, and move forward. We cannot reject the past. No matter how much pain, no matter how much humiliation we felt, we have to be grateful for all that. We cannot reject the past. So I guess to tie it up nicely, my definition of greatness is loving the process, loving the journey.
Like what Kevin said about success and failures. Like I think my opinion, I feel like failure does contribute to success because you will learn from it, and you will strive to be better at it. And let's say, like, you start out a job without any experience, and just like me, right now I just started at a dealership without any experience, and I kept failing with customers, as in like, oh, they just go to somewhere else and buy, and somewhere I failed in that those steps I followed that I was taught by my managers. Yeah, and like, and I learned from them, and I got a lot better in it. So I think that failure does help with your success on what you strive for. As for me, I strive for to be better in sales and to become a sales manager, like just like my manager right now. And yeah.
That's actually a really great explanation. And another question I have for you is that, how does that greatness help you? Like, what are you working towards for? Like, becoming a better salesman, right? How would that help you?
It helps me in terms of money as well. So I can close off a deal way easier with experience, and I can see through people and see what they really need to think about, or like really need to like just straight up say no to me or something, or like scared to say no. That's what I think about it.
Great. So Kevin, back to you about greatness. How is it helping you towards it? Right? Like, what is your motivation for greatness? Why are you sacrificing so much time and effort to achieve that?
Well, as I alluded to earlier, right? Gary Vee says that entrepreneurship and becoming an influencer, it's overhyped nowadays. Everyone 25 and under wishes to be an influencer because they only see the rewards in the media, right? For myself, I don't want to just be all talk. I want to put in the work, right? For me, and there's nothing wrong with working under someone. There's nothing wrong with having that stability 9 to 5, right? For me, I just didn't want to settle for that because, like yourself, I also wanted to be a teacher at some point, right? I went to uni on a whim for comp sci. Well, my parents always wanted me to go to uni, but I chose comp sci on a whim because I thought that it was stable and that there was a high demand in the market for new tech, right? That's why I chose programming. But then, as I went through the courses, as I sat in those classrooms, I thought to myself, is this really what I want to do? Stare at a screen all day, typing away, coding? Nothing wrong with that, it's just not for me. And I respect all of my programmer peers that put in all those hours coding, right? Now that I went through that part of uni, I really respect people who work behind the scenes, building all the devices that we use every single day, right? All the apps that we take for granted. After I went through comp sci, I decided to become a high school classroom teacher, right? I did some volunteering, I took on tutoring at a little company, little office, and I saw how all those students in the classrooms, they did not respect the teacher. They weren't even, showing up and attending attentively actively listening, right? I mean, of course, there are the good apples and there are the bad apples, right? But for me, I don't want to have to deal with people who don't want to be led. I want to work with people that resonate with me, find a demographic, find my niche, people who want to actually learn from me, right? That's when I realized that I don't want to be a classroom teacher. I still value education, but I want to educate people in my own way.
For me, just helping others and just challenging yourself to inspire others is a really difficult task, I feel, because you want to be able to realize your full potential, right? You want to be able to realize the things that you can do with others supporting you and how far you can reach. Even though if you do fail, sure, fail that way then. But you know what? You fail knowing what you could do, what you can't do, right?
Yeah, that's
And-
correct. Yeah. Yeah, to touch on about what Hilson said about earlier about like using your time to strive for greatness. I think that's important because like you sacrifice your time for basically money. Let's say you have a job in 9 to 5. Basically, you're trading time for that money that you earn, and and money is important in some way. In our daily lives, we have to buy food, clothing, pay for the bills. For example, right now, I'm a car salesman and I'm getting commission. If I don't sell anything, I'm going to work for free, basically. And the months are coming, Christmas is coming, and everyone's going to use money on gifts and everything. And who would come to my dealership and buy a car, right? And that pressure is very hard on me because I'm not selling anything, then I'm not gonna get paid. So you have to find ways to get those customers in, which I do, and I use my extra time. I sacrifice my extra time on my day offs, and I still go to work. But I don't need to be there, but I still go. And I do a lot of cold calling. They tell me to screw off, and I just say thanks for taking my call. and I think that sacrifice to me is very important, and to get a sale, right? Even if they
Just for a sale.
swear at me, even though they yell at me, I don't really care because that's how I'm going to get paid. And do you guys have anything to touch on my?
Well, for me, you know how I talked about spending so much time for sales?
Yeah.
Do you think it's unfair in life, and to both of you, do you think it's unfair in life how no matter how hard you work, results sometimes don't come out as expected?
That's
like-
true,
Yeah.
but I think, in my opinion, I think that working harder means you might not see it like at this moment, like within this month, but if you work harder and harder, I think that as time go on, I think it helps you, and like it will show. Just like yesterday, I received a call. Someone wanted to buy a car from me. I posted that Craigslist ad 20 days ago, and someone actually called my cell phone and interested in buying it, but couldn't settle for a right price. So he said no to it, right? But I do see that work in myself when I post that Craigslist 20 days ago. Well, what happened 20 days ago? I don't know. Maybe I was at home and I was just bored and just
Mm.
posting on Craigslist and leaving that my number on.
We look at people online on social media and we see how well they're doing, right? How well off they are. But we never see what goes on behind the scenes. We just look at it face value, like you said, superficial. We say they don't deserve it. Why don't they deserve it? Do you not think that they put in all those years of work, all that pain?
Mm.
Like a mentor, I say mentor a lot. Why do you think I say that?
It's someone that inspires you to become better, someone that has gained knowledge and experiences and explaining like failures on how to become
A better person?
A mentor is someone years ahead with lots more infinite amount of experience,
Mm.
more than myself. They're much further ahead in the journey. Why do I have to learn from someone who's more experienced? Well, I don't have to. I could go out, I can make mistakes, and I can learn from my own failures, right? But why not learn from someone who has already made those mistakes and cut that learning curve? That's why I invested so much of my time and money to go out and seek after people who are much wiser than I am. People who I aspire to become, with a lifestyle that I wish to not necessarily copy, but take from, emulate from,
Mhm.
right?
What's your ideal lifestyle?
To live comfortably, right? Why would I want to have to worry about the next bill every month? Why do I not want to, own my own home and have the freedom to fly business class, first class, maybe potentially even a private jet, right? Well, it's not necessary, right? But
Mm.
if it's possible, why not work for it? And some people aren't willing to put in that effort, right? You say, why are we sacrificing all this time? Because we're working towards something greater than ourselves. We're working towards an end goal, a vision that others aren't willing to put in the effort for. You ask me why people judge, why this world is unfair. It's not unfair. We get exactly what we
Mhm.
ask for, what we work for. Can you honestly ask yourself how much of your time every day you frivolously waste on social media, on entertainment, when you could be going to seminars, going to the library even, just learning, right? Continuously gaining knowledge, implementing, building, creating value. What is value? Well, it's subjective, right? One person's treasure may be another person's trash. That's why I talked about demographic, your niche, people who resonate with you, right? Why did I decide not to continue becoming a traditional classroom teacher? Because not all the kids are gonna want to follow me, not all the kids are gonna respect me. At the same time, I'm not gonna like all the kids either. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Completely transparent with you. I'm not gonna like everybody.
No.
Not everybody's
That's
gonna
the
like
truth
me
in
back.
life.
Why not go out and find people who actually resonate with me? Find the people, the allies, that want to go on a similar journey as myself.
I just hope our opinions today has helped you become more assertive and initiative in discovering your potential and finding your own unique definition of greatness. Hey guys, welcome back. So our next segment is called Habit Talks, and it's a part of a segment in every podcast that I like to introduce where me and my friends, we're going to introduce a habit or two, and we're going to talk about improvements, what kind of strategies we're going to use to accomplish it. And I do feel it's an effective strategy when you write it out, when you say it, because then it gives more expectations. And so our first guest is Sam. So, Sam, can you tell us about your habit that you wrote down?
Okay. This habit started a year ago because I had to adjust my sleeping schedule due to like work.
Right.
Because I had a full time job last year that required me to wake up at 8, around 7 o'clock, because I have to be there at 8, and I had to sleep early instead of 2 a.m. At 2 a.m. Now I have to sleep around like 11:30 to 12 a.m. so I can get enough sleep to go to work. And then after I quit my job, after 7 months being there, I quit my job and I continue this habit because I think it's a healthy one, because I get enough sleep, and I felt that I didn't realize this, but I felt that like I had a longer day. Everyone say that they have 24 hours in a day, and people say, "Oh, I don't have enough time, and I don't have enough time to do stuff." But like, when I started this, sleeping early and waking up early, I felt that like my day is longer, and even on my day off, I only sleep in like maybe 1 hour in. So let's say I wake up at 7 usually. I wake up around 8 o'clock, and I feel that like my day is still there, whereas people waking up at like 11, like my friends or other people that sleep very late. Maybe it's due to work, right? But for me, I just choose to sleep around like 12 a.m. so I get enough sleep, and then I have a longer day with myself. I feel that like I have 26 hours or 27 hours because I wake up early, and where a lot of my friends are still sleeping. And like my usual day is like I wake up around 8 o'clock, and then like I play on the computer for like 1 hour-ish, and then I go to a gym because fitness is important to me. I can talk about it later on. And then I work out for like around 2 hours. That's around 12 p.m. or to 1 p.m. And then I get something to eat after that. And then my day really ends like at like 3 or 4 p.m. And people are still like at work at that time, or like they're doing something else, and their day is, in my opinion, is not ended yet. For me, that's enough time for myself, and I still feel that I still have half the day left, and I don't really have much to do, and I try to find like new hobbies to do, and like that's a habit that I created for myself. The challenge is not sticking to it, is when I'm tired. If I sleep late and wake up early, and I have to like buy a coffee and like stay awake like today because I went to bed late last night.
Sam says he produces a lot more because he wakes up 2 hours before Hilson does.
Yeah.
Right? But to me, it doesn't really matter when you wake up, because different people, they operate differently depending on what time of day, right? Some people are nocturnal, they like to work at night. Some people are early birds, they work in the morning, right?
Yep.
And we should know very well that it doesn't matter how much time we have in a day, it's how effectively we
Use that
utilize
time.
Yes.
utilize that time,
Mm.
right? So it doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't matter that you wake up
Yeah.
at 9 a.m. Hilson.
Mm.
It doesn't
It's-
matter to me that Sam wakes up at 7 a.m. and when he sleeps as well. It's how effectively you use that time in between your working hours.
That's correct. I do feel that when you set like a time limit, so say like you have to sleep before a certain time, it gives you like a deadline for like the things that you have to accomplish in a day. So if you feel like, oh, I'm not gonna set like a time when I should sleep, then you might take your time doing a lot of things. But then when you do set like a time, like, oh, say I had to sleep before 1, you know that you only have a certain amount of time. There's no time for you to be so distracted, like doing like, oh, I'll meet up with other friends tonight, instead of doing something like that.
You're setting deadlines for yourself, right?
Yes.
So that you reduce chances of procrastination.
Yeah, that's right.
Because if you don't have that pressure,
Yeah.
you feel like you have all the time in the
Yeah.
world. You can put it off, you put it off, you
Mhm.
continue to put it
Exactly.
off. Something that should take an hour gets prolonged to maybe a week or even a month. The most trivial things like writing an email or going getting groceries.
So how about you, Kevin? Your habits?
The habit I'm working on right now is uploading a video every single day. Because I'm still at the beginning stages of building my personal brand, right?
Yes.
I mentioned earlier that I'm on the path of becoming an entrepreneur and an influencer, and I don't take that lightly. I'm not gonna just talk, I'm gonna walk, right? So why is it so important for me to upload a video a day? Because quantity leads to quality. I need a lot of quantity before I get to that level of, well, high quality, value, right? I gotta put in the reps in order to get the gains, right? Everyone says it's a numbers game, and a lot of people are turned off by that. But in life, it really is about trial and error. And the more mistakes you make,
The more success you get.
right,
Hmm.
or the sooner you'll achieve that success. So by doing one video a day, it's not linear growth, it's exponential growth. I'm learning drastically. Every day I get a little bit better. My communication skills, my tonality, my expression is a lot more on point now than it was day one when I first started. Compared to someone who takes breaks in between, right? They lose that momentum. They lose that momentum. I'm keeping that momentum up. And especially because online media is very saturated nowadays.
Yep.
I have to build that presence. If I upload a video a day, in a year, that's 365 videos, right?
Correct.
Compared to someone who uploads maybe once a week.
Mhm.
How much more presence do I have compared to that person? How much more discoverability do I have than that person who takes breaks in between? Right? I gotta break through that saturation. I don't have a punishment for
Mhm.
myself. I don't set these things like I'm not gonna indulge in
Mhm.
entertainment if I don't fulfill my habit. Because I know that if I don't fulfill this habit, I know that I'm trading off my life of success for a life of mediocrity.
Yeah.
Right? I'm settling for something that I don't wish to settle for. I know that if I don't work on this every single day, what the
Outcome.
outcome will be, what the trade-off is. It means that I'm not truly willing to put in to go the full 9 yards. I'm not putting in my 100%. I don't deserve that success then if I don't deserve the rewards if I'm not committing every single day. So to me, I don't punish myself with this, with entertainment.
Mm.
I know what I'm about.
K-pop. Oh.
No. I know what is in store for myself if I don't commit.
Mm. And that's like a mediocre lifestyle.
Yes.
Something that you do not want. to
So
live
my
like.
punishment is lack of success.
Mm.
If I don't commit. So know what you're working towards, why you're working towards it.
Mm.
What is your why?
Well, thank you very much, you two, for sharing your two habits. I would like everyone else to be able to today listen very carefully to what we're saying, and that hopefully it can inspire you guys to write down your own habits, right? Sometimes when you don't write it out or when you don't tell others about it, it's very hard to gain that motivation, right? So I just hope everyone can try out that method. Alright, for this next fun segment, we're going to play 2 Truths, 1 Lie with each other. And for those of you that don't know how to play 2 Truths, 1 Lie, basically each of us will say 3 things about ourselves, but 2 of them has to be truth and 1 of them has to be a lie. And then the other 2 people have to guess what it is. And so, as the host, I'll start off and you guys have to guess. Alright, so number 1. I'm actually deciding to get laser eye surgery next year. Number 2, for me, a girl's face is the most important, I feel. But besides that, the second most important is their waist. Okay. Number 3.
Okay.
Well, let's see. Number 3. I actually really like spicy food, but I just don't eat it. There, so you guys can think what it is.
Number 3 is the lie.
Yeah, number 3 is a lie.
Yeah, you guys are right. Yeah, was that too easy?
Yeah, it was too easy.
Was that too easy?
Yeah, because
man.
you don't when we go out for dinner, like you don't eat spicy food that much. Like if I order something spicy, you don't even want to try it. So I mean, come on.
Oh, nice. Maybe I made it too easy, but yeah. It's, yeah. So, anyways, I actually do plan to get laser eye surgery next year.
Okay.
Because I do feel like wearing contacts is somewhat annoying, because like every morning, if you do want to wear them, you have to put them on, and then throughout the day your eyes become really dry, and it gets really tiring as well.
Okay.
And like when you wear contacts, you can't do any water sports. Like I can't swim. Well, I mean I can swim, but I gotta wear my glasses, and like your glasses gonna like.
But you have to wear goggles too.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And so I just do feel that having laser eye surgery will help my vision so much more, and it's much more convenient. Like I can do whatever I want, right?
Yes.
So.
Do you think that you will look better too?
This aside, I do feel like my appearance is much better without glasses.
Okay.
But I know I having glasses sometimes is a bit annoying, especially when you're eating food or something, or when you're doing work. Like sometimes it falls off and all that stuff.
After you get laser eyes, you can wear those glasses without the like
Lenses.
lenses. Yeah, there you go.
So
Just for fun.
yeah. So that's something I plan on. That's about it. I mean, number 2, it's truth. Yeah. Face, and then
Waist.
yeah. I like skinny waist though. 'Cause I
Okay.
like hugging. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool with me.
Alright, yeah. Alright, next person.
Oh,
Who wants to go next?
so okay. I guess I'll go. So recently, like a month ago, I started using all these dating apps like Tinder, Tantan, and Meet East, I believe. And currently, I'm like on like, and that's yeah, and I got a few matches there and here and there.
Hmm.
And a second one, I'm gonna use like most of my money that I earn to put into like bonds and stock to get accumulate more money at my bank. And then and my third one is I'm trying to get a girlfriend within those apps that I'm gonna, the dating apps that I'm using.
Why else would you be using them for hookups? Casual dating?
Well, some people do it, right?
Well,
So yeah, which one do you think is the lie?
This is hard.
well, if the third one's a lie, then the first one's a lie, right? Or if the first one's a lie, then the third one has to be a lie. So
It could be using apps to make friends.
that's true.
I think for sure, like putting money into like investment, that should be one of them. I think that's the truth. Like that's true. But the lie,
I'm gonna pick number one.
Number one.
I'm gonna choose number 3 as a, like, you using the app to get a girlfriend or something like that. I'm gonna say that's a lie.
Yeah, number 3 is the lie because because like with my daily job right now, I'm not meeting the people that I want to meet. As in like the age group there's a large gap. Like I'm meeting people that are like 50 years old to like 60 years old, and like without my age gap, like my age, like like late 20s and early 20s, and like I'm using these apps because I want to make more friends. I'm not trying to get a girlfriend. I'm not trying to get hookups. I did meet with one so far, and we just hang out and just had dinner, and then yeah, my coworkers are like, "Yo, you went on a Tinder date?" And I was like, "No, I went to a hangout." And he was like, "Okay, did you touch her?" And I was like, "No, I'm not that kind of person. Okay, I'm just wanting to be friends and get to know them, and just if it leads to something special, then it will lead to something like a relationship, right?" But currently, I'm just getting new friends, like practicing to talk to girls online, like as in like texting each other, and like it's pretty good because like I added someone through, like, got their number and I gave them my number, and like when I'm bored at work, we text each other throughout the day, but like I know that it's nothing going to happen because like we haven't met, and like we have zero interest to like with each other. We're just like casually texting each other. That's it. Yeah.
I don't know why I chose number one. I was like, I made all that logical deduction. Anyway, that's cool. Your values are your values.
Yeah.
A lot of people would disagree with you.
Yeah. I did have some people disagree with me because like they would say, "Well, yo, you're on Tinder," and Tinder is about dating and hooking up, right? Like that's what the general app is for.
Yes.
And like, well, why can't I use it like a different way, like a
Because
different
that's the
perspective?
culture that they cultivated on the app.
Of course.
You're looking for the wrong type of people.
Yeah, I understand that, But like some people that I actually match
Mm-hmm.
is actually looking just to be friends,
Well,
not actually.
They're on the wrong app as well. So
Oh well,
Yeah, but
fate,
like
right? They
yeah,
find each
they
other.
like actually got matched, right? Like they like we start talking and they would say, "Oh, I'm actually looking to get some new friends," and then like I was like, oh, "Okay, same here,"
Yeah.
and then like yeah, and then we just elaborate more and like get to know each other, and like sometimes
are they genuinely meaning that, or are they just saying that to? Never mind. I don't want to get into that. don't want to.
that I don't know. I just believe what they text, right? But like, I still have to meet them face to face, right?
Yes.
Because girls aren't that. Never mind. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah,
You're gonna start a war. Or
I
something.
don't want to.
yeah. But
Yeah.
maybe they're using the wrong app too. But but like since it's available to everyone, and there's no right or wrong way to use it anyways. So maybe to other people perspective, I'm using it wrong. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
You can. Your values are your values. I'm just saying. A lot of people would disagree.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're okay with that, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I actually support you in.
I do
I
do
use it as like way too.
understand your perspective because I spoke with a girl that we play Pokemon together, Pokemon Go together, and she's on like she was like, I found you on Tinder, and I was like, I found you too, and then
the Pokemon catching each other.
and then like she was like, why are you on it? And then I was like, oh, just to meet some new friends.
Mm.
Well, you're using the wrong app, and she was like, it's for dating and for hooking up, and I was like, okay, I guess you're right. Yeah.
There's a site called Meetup.com if you want to meet people. There's also Facebook events that you could, invite yourself to, like festivals.
Yeah, that too. Yes. But yeah, met some weird people though. I can tell you
It's
that.
a creative way to meet new people.
But I'll tell you that after.
After the podcast. All right, let's go, Kevin.
Two
Okay.
truths, one lie. Number one, the first city I've ever flown to was Melbourne, Australia. Melbourne, if you're Canadian.
Hmm.
Number two, I get really angry if you wake me up, so never wake me up. And number three, shoot, I forgot what it was.
Oh, is that a lie then?
What was number three again? I was just thinking about it on my way here. Was it food related? Or was it...
Or well, maybe me and Sam can talk about your 1 and 2 first. So.
What was the third one? I forgot.
Oh wait, this is some psychological trick.
Shit. I really forgot. It'll come back to me.
All right, okay. Well, me and Sam can talk about.
It'll come back.
Well, definitely. Number one is oh shit! Actually,
How do you know he went there though?
No.
We know that he went there, but like the past, we
Oh,
don't
right,
know.
yeah.
We don't know if he didn't.
I forgot what my...
Like when he was younger, maybe he flew somewhere else, right?
What was the third
No, but-
one? Dang it. What was it? Was it food?
is it shokugeki? All right. Well, I think it's the first one is.
What was...
I don't know, but because you know how you talked about how you went to Melbourne like
Yeah.
for the first time, and
Yeah.
then it was like, oh,
That might be the
biggest-
truth.
hmm
And then the second one,
Hey, what was your second one again?
You forgot. I get really angry when you wake me up, so don't wake me up.
Oh,
That's-
yeah,
that's-
yeah,
That was
yeah.
the second one.
that was the second one. Yeah.
Oh,
The thing is, I don't know if Kevin naps.
whatever. I'll just make up one for the third one.
The thing is, I mean, because if he naps and someone wakes him up, I can see why people are like mad. Right?
Oh, okay. I have to sleep. I prioritize sleep, so
Ha!
so even if I have a lot of work on my plate,
Yeah.
I always choose sleep over work. I would put off work to the next day, or I manage my day so that I have sufficient amount of sleep because I can't operate.
So how many hours of sleep do you prefer?
Well, I prefer 8, right? But
Yeah.
whenever I wake up, usually it ends up being like 7 or so, sometimes 9, but average 8.
Alright.
I don't think that was it, but whatever. That's my
Alright.
3. So either Melbourne, Australia was the first city I flew to. Number 2, don't wake me up because I'm get angry. And number 3 is I prioritize sleep. I really don't think that's the whatever. I'll just keep with it. I prioritize sleep, so even if I have a lot of work to do, I put it off to the next day, or I try to manage my day.
What do you think?
Probably number 2, you know. Probably, because what if like a pretty girl wakes him up? He's still gonna get mad? I don't see Kevin as being someone like mad for like waking him up or something. That's just how I feel. I mean, I do know Kevin likes his sleep, and sleep really gives you energy to do a lot of things, right? So I say he would also sacrifice some work for sleep, and just do it the next day.
I think it's the second one.
And the second one, like you agree with me then, right? That the lie is the
I think the lie is the second one. Cause like, if he has a lot of work but he's tired, but he doesn't want to half-ass it, in my opinion. So I think that's the truth, and the first one is the truth. Second one would be the lie, because I don't know if he would get mad if someone wakes him up. I for sure I'll get a little bit upset, but mad, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
mad at something that
mad, no, I think it's the second one.
yeah. B.
I like the deduction that Sam. He gave me a lot of credibility, like quality, because I don't want to half-ass the work.
Yeah. You can do it the next day. You can spend more effort doing that.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So
But
that wasn't
like-
my reasoning though. But,
okay.
I just like sleep. I just like to sleep, and I guess it does have play a role. I do want to optimize my energy.
Mhm.
Right? That's why I need sleep. But number 1 is the lie.
Oh my
What?
god.
I see red when you wake me up. Like my brother woke me up once when I was napping, and I just palmed him in the face.
But what was the reason of why he
And
woke you up though?
even when my mom woke me up, he was just trolling me.
Okay, then he deserved it. Okay.
Yeah, but it was like I got really angry, and even when if my mom wakes me up, I like knock her hand away. So yeah, I get really angry when you wake me up because I'm not rationalizing it, right? So
You're not thinking about it.
it's reactive. It's instinctual. It's instinctual.
Oh, okay.
So the first city I flew to was Brisbane. It's technicality. I was flying to Melbourne, but I had to stop at Brisbane first for like half an hour and then layover. Yeah.
Tricky guy.
Damn. Thought the second one would be the lie.
No.
But
Give me too much credit sometimes.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So
But the first one, like, the first one was like it sounded real, and then like you didn't hear his inside, like in between Melvin.
God damn, why-
God damn, you didn't tell us.
I did tell you. I told you. You guys were the only 2 people I told you about flying to Melbourne. That's why I even
Yes.
brought that up. Otherwise, it wouldn't be fair, right?
Yeah.
Like, how can anyone know? How can anyone know? That's the
Good, very good. Oh man, that was good.
nicely done.
That's the. I only told you 2 about that trip, so you guys should have known.
Now I feel bad about it.
No. He did tell us that he went to Melbourne, but
Yeah.
he didn't tell us that you went like the layover.
No, I told you that it was 2 flights.
Oh, it was 2 flights.
Two flights.
Brisbane, right? Brisbane.
Yeah.
You stopped at Brisbane.
I don't recall.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry, I don't recall.
Well,
That's
anyways.
the only reason why I brought it up, because we had that like hour conversation.
Yeah. But
Otherwise, it wouldn't have been fair.
you had such a great time then, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't a vacation. It was a workshop.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
it helped you so much, right? So.
To meet my first mentor, actually.
Mm-hmm. Great milestone. So, to conclude our podcast episode today, I really like to thank you two for joining me. And lastly, I want you two to just share something that share like a quote or anything that you learned today that you feel would help the audience or even like other people, future listeners.
I learned a lot from your habits
Mm.
and like Hilson's as well about like greatness and like pursuing our goal, our end goal in life, or like being well off, let's say, or like helping people as well. That's what I want to do as well. So I learned a lot from you guys.
Personally, for me, it's so great hearing everyone's definition of like greatness, and all of us are walking different paths. Right?
Of course.
At times, we might walk the same path in some certain aspects, but all of us are walking different paths, and all of us are really supporting each other. Right? And
We have different like perspectives,
yes.
and no one has the same. Maybe you will find someone that
Yeah.
has the same one
Mhm.
and like the same goal. Yeah.
And I just love how we are able to share our perspective and challenges to it, right? The motivations. Each of us has different motivations, but we're willing to share it. We're willing to learn more about each other's motivation that we can also put into our lives as well. And that's what really, I guess, impacted me a lot in this first episode.
There's so much more though. This is just
Well,
haven't even scratched the surface.
Sure.
I talk about my first mentor a lot because he's impacted me so much, right? I've learned from many people, many influencers, many business people, entrepreneurs, but I only consider having two mentors in my life. One is for the love pillar, health, wealth, love, and fulfillment, right? My first mentor is for love, but he really stretches out through all four pillars, fulfillment as well, health and wealth. Well, I have my second mentor is the one that teaches me business, teaches me about wealth, right? But from my first mentor, a saying that he shares is, the journey will always be your journey. And it really ties together what we just discussed, how we're all walking different paths, right? The journey will always be your journey. It sounds a little bit lonesome, but it doesn't have to be.
You have friends to support you.
But at the same time,
You still have to do it yourself.
yes, we
That's
cannot
right.
compare ourselves to other people because we're our own individuals. We have different goals. We started in different places. We had different resources. We lived a life unique to our own selves. We had our own circumstances, so we cannot compare to others. The journey will always be your journey.
And in a lot of times when we're doing work by ourselves, we might feel, oh, it might be a bit lonely, or when we have lonely times, but remember that friends and family and others, your mentors, they're always in your hearts. They're with you there. So we're never alone on this journey. Yeah. So like, you might feel like, oh, you're walking this journey by yourself. No. People are there beside you. They have their hands on your shoulder. They're supporting you. They're pushing you. Right? And it's also very important to find friends like that. Find people that share that mindset like that as well. So So, thank you all to those who are supporting us on this great journey. I just want to say that we should believe in the reason that people like you and I find each other. Maybe it's God, or maybe it's fate that brought us together.